Hello there, my YouTube family and community. How are you? I am Helen Sattler, your destiny helper, looking forward to being with you on the time that we have on this morning. Thank you so much for your emails. Thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Those of you who enjoy the video, don't forget to subscribe and like and share the page. It is such an honor for me to come to you, and I really appreciate those that are appreciating the teaching and the testaments that you're sending back, how it's assisting you, how it's helping you, and to encourage me to continue in the midst of traveling. I will. And each time I come to you, it's such an honor, and you are so fabulous as my YouTube family and community. I wanted to talk to you about the tactic of separation, how the enemy used separation and conquer to bring you into submission, to bring you into subjection. Many of you saying, I'm separated from my family, I'm separated from my friends. Some of you, he even separated from the job, and you don't even know how that happened. Well, when you are with the narcissist, we always, if you notice, we always seem to come back to the love bombing. That's the foundational basis of where everything else happened. It's built right there. It's like the genesis of the relationship, and the genesis of the relationship is in the love bombing. And the more skilled they are in the love bombing, the harder it is to get away. So this is why the love bombing is so vital, and it is so important to them. And what they do is make sure they spend that time well. They spend that time in that training era, and the love bombing is the training era. It's the era of discovery. And you may notice that when they're asking questions during the love bombing phase, they're finding out so many things concerning you, and you're thinking they really want to know you. They really do want to know you, and they really do want to know about you. They want to know how you think. So they transition things through question. They transpose through question, and you deliver through answers. You allow your heart to open. The narcissist is always after your mind. He wants your mind, she wants your mind, and they want your heart. They want to affect every part of your body. Well, no matter what they do, because the narcissist needs someone that's able to endure hardness, because they know that their cycle is going to bring all kind of devastation to your life. They done had it historically over and over and over and over again. You're not the only one that's been devastated by their presence in your life. Many other people has been devastated by their presence in their life. And what happened, they're very strategic in how they handle you. And you notice that certain things that seem almost methodical, that they do certain things, they respond certain things, they come a certain way, they observe your action, because they need long-term specimens and supply, because this supply has to be able to handle, endure a lot of trauma. And they got to be able to last through the trauma. And a lot of times they choose people when they need something that's quick. They'll choose something that is really, they love empath. Empaths operate at different levels. And an empath is different because they're operating out of their mind. They're operating out of their feelings. They feel, they perceive, and they give themselves. An empath will go to the end of destruction before they pull out. A super empath will go so far, and then they will pull out. But sometimes, by the time people always talk about supernova to an empath is almost death, because it takes everything for them to go supernova. And when they pull out a supernova, it takes a while for them to get their energy back, to get their mind back. It's just like if you just expend energy, you went on this exercise form, you gave it 2 hours and you're not used to it. I mean, you almost have to go to the hospital to resuscitate and revive. Those of you who are super empath, going supernova, there's no such thing as I go supernova every day. You would not be here on earth going supernova. Supernova is a total transformation of mind, a total action, a power. It is a release of forum. You really take on a lot of narcissistic ways. You're not a narcissist, but you take on a lot of narcissistic ways in self-preservation, and it costs you tremendously. A real super empath do everything they can like a bee not to lose their stinger, because once they go supernova, it is impactful and tremendous, and a lot of them will end up in therapy. Supernovas are not protected from the effects of a narcissist. Don't believe that. And usually the greater narcissists can handle the super impact. So don't get misused and misled and misunderstood, and you underestimate that narcissist, because the empath feels and change. The narcissist doesn't change. They feel, but they don't change. They keep their original agenda, and it doesn't matter how you cry and what you do. You can go supernova all you want to. If they survive and you get them back and they hoover you back in, you're going to get the same thing. They're not going to change. So you might as well spare yourself and spare your power and spare your transformation, and knowing that the narcissist is not going to change. You're going to go supernova, stress out, take months to revive. And if he get you before you revive, each time he gets you before you fully resuscitate, you are giving out. And some supernovas have died behind powerful releases. They have lost their minds behind powerful releases. And I think sometimes the teaching of being a supernova can get misunderstood, because they are powerful specimen. A super impact is nothing to play with. It is nothing to play with. And so, but it's nothing for them to allow a narcissist, especially the greater narcissist, to come in. These bad boys or these bad girls or something else. You know, it's just not the super impact, baby. You are with a greater narcissist. And it's just like being with a warlock with a lot of power. Come on here. So you got to know what you're doing. And so the narcissist comes in and he uses separational tactics, and it's separate and conquer. How he separate is he comes in and he acts like they're really insecure. They don't feel comfortable with you being with this person. They don't feel comfortable with you being with that person. They feel challenged by this person. They think this person have ulterior motives. So they always talking to you about the problems, the weakness, the faults, and they criticize everybody around you. But while they are criticizing, I mean, they are massive Castanova. I mean, that love bombing is on it. It is on it. And a lot of times the narcissist affects the body so until your hormones are out of whack, your adrenaline is going. I mean, you are crazy in love. You don't see nothing. You don't even realize the fog is over your eyes. You're not seeing right. You're not thinking right. People you normally would listen to, now they can't tell you nothing, because you will fight for that abuse, because you are still hung up with that narcissist. And when they love bomb you, they love bomb your mind. They love bomb your dreams. They love bomb your thoughts. They love bomb your plans. They love bomb your cells. They love bomb your skin. They make love to you, and a lot of times, even if they're not skilled, you so bent on them until you write in everything you want, and it's really not happening on their side. You doing it because you are so caught up. A narcissist don't want anybody in their place, including God. And so if you want to see what the narcissist is after, the narcissist is after the God position, because they want to be the ultimate in your life. So what the narcissist does to spin off division to conquer you is jealousy. Many of you are with a narcissist and they are just stone jealous. I mean, you can't do nothing. They go over the edge. If a man look at you, you're looking at them. And I'm doing so much for you. How could you do that? And you was like, I didn't even look. And they was like, I saw you. I saw you with my eyes. See, I can't trust you. That's why you have to stay here. That's why you have to be here. That's why people can't go over. And if they come over, I'm leaving. I'm leaving, because I cannot stand for you to be looking at someone, talking to someone. How I know what you're doing when I'm not away. How I know they are not coming in here. And you're looking at them like, but I love you. I'm not doing anything. And they were like, I don't know that, because I saw that. He didn't see anything. But if you believe him and allow him to pull that trip switch, and you fall in line with that trip switch, what you're going to do is slowly you'll find yourself, you're with the narcissist. 6 months later, he's all you got. 6 months later, most folk, only the necessary people will be around you. But when they get you, they want you to take pictures by yourself. You always by yourself. They want to talk to you by yourself. and you used to take pictures with groups. Now you're not taking a picture with a group. You're taking a picture by yourself. But be quiet. The narcissist don't want the group because he don't want to have to contend with the minds of the group. He wants to contend with only your mind. He wants your mind shaped around his ideology. He wants your mind shaped around his thoughts. And you will find yourself being servant slave to the narcissist without even knowing. You'll wake up and they are the ultimate. You're going to church, those of you, because sometimes the narcissists come in. You may be the pastor, you may be the prophet, you may be the leader. Well, they know that's your job, and the narcissists know they're not going to pull you away, even though sometimes we've had doctors and lawyers. I've had to counsel doctors and lawyers and pastors and apostles that have actually been pulled out of position because they fell in love. They didn't grow in love. They fell in love. Never say I'm falling in love, because you fell in love. And so the love was a failure from the beginning. Say I'm growing in love. When it's true love, you grow in love. You grow in love a little bit at a time. A narcissist, you fall head over heels with them. It's quick. And sometimes you can be with the narcissist 2 months and not say, I want to marry you. And you think they're marrying you for love. They're marrying you for sustainment. They need that supply. All you are is an appliance. You are an appliance, a workable appliance. And when you want toast, you put the toast in the bread in the toaster. You bring it out when it's finished, and you don't think about that toaster anymore. I mean, you can just clean it and just put it away. That's the way it is when you are a specimen. That's the way it is when you are a prey. That's the way it is when you are supply. When you are new supply, it's glorious. But when you are used supply, it's hell. You know what it is to go through hell. And you know what it is to never satisfy a narcissist. No matter what you do, you will find yourself burning out. Once the narcissist realize you're burning out, that means you're weakening. When you are weakening, they come in with major requests. They come in with major demands. Why your friend coming over here when I'm not here? Oh, they bringing somebody to you. Oh, that's what's happening. All right, now you love them more than you love me. I work and I give myself. By the time I come home, I want my wife. I want my husband. I can't even. Why she call you all day? Why he call you all day? You say I haven't heard from him in 2 weeks. That's too much time. I know you are hearing from him because her whole ideology is to separate you from the mass. When you can get a person away, it's easy to deal with one person than to deal with them in a mass group. When you are in a mass group, how the narcissist deal with you is he connect to your friends, and especially the covert. The covert narcissist so nice. They're so smooth. Everybody love them. And they thinking you got the perfect man. You got the perfect woman. What I would do to have them after you've been with them. You said what I would do to give them to you. Come on here. And so that narcissist makes sure their outward presentation does not match what's behind the door. Because when you talk behind the door, they want you to look elusive. They want you to look lewd. They want you to look crazy. They want you to look as if you're off. They want you to sound confused. You can be educated, have all kind of degrees, have all kind of businesses, because there's some multimillionaire persons, women and men, that have grown and that have fallen in love with a narcissist, and that narcissist took advantage. They turned everything over to the narcissist, because 9 times out of 10 you're not going to be love bombed like a narcissist love bomb you. Why do you say that? Because when you love people, they don't usually affect your hormones. They don't usually affect your adrenaline. They don't usually have a physiological effect like the narcissist does. The narcissist literally have a physical effect on your body, and you are looking at what is wrong with me. I've never been like this with any person. And I'm gonna tell you something. You can be married for 30 years and meet a narcissist, and they can take you where you never been in 30 years in 3 months, just through love bombing. They are able to get into the intrinsic places of your heart, your mind. They're able to get in those spaces that you protected yourself from everybody else. These narcs are able to penetrate walls. If you let them in, the only security you have is recognition and backing off. Recognition and backing off. Cut it. Don't play with it. Many of you play with a narcissist. You're married now crying. You can't play with those bad boys because they do have a physical. It's like taking a drug and shooting yourself in the arm, and intravenously it goes right into the body. That's what the narcissist does. He bypass everything. She bypass everything. They go right into the body, and you love them indescribably. You saying, God, what is wrong with me? I never loved anybody like I love this person. Then you go to the doctor, all of your hormonal system is off. They got red lights everywhere. And you wondering what happened. What has happened is the narcissist. It's almost like a spell come over you. You have no way out. You won't further in. Your mind is telling you this is not good. Get out. This can't work. Get out. But it feels so good until you don't want it to end. You think it's a Cinderella story. Except when you went to get in the carriage, you found out it was a rat's nest. It was a rat's nest. There was no wheels on it. And when you jumped on hay that was pointed. And I mean, you scratched yourself, stuck yourself. That midnight hour would never come again after the love bombing. Because even when they hoover you and they start the love bomb again, some of them may even go to the golden stage again. Most of them go to the bronze stage, but some of them may even go to the golden stage again to hoover you in and love you in. The only thing is you got too much information now. So you're on edge. You're not trusting like before because you know the hurt is going to come. I spent too many nights, you say, with you gone. I spent too many days with not hearing from you. I seen what you do. I saw you do something and you denied it. And you denied it so until I doubted what I saw and I became wrong. And then later after you leave them, the fog leave and you know you saw what you saw. And what happened is the narcissist will get you this discredit all of your sensory, all of your mind, all of your thoughts until you give them credit for lies. And the truth was with you, but you denied your truth for their lies just to keep them. You're not going to have any peace. You're not going to have any love that you can depend on because everything always go in question. Narcissists have been married 50, 60 years and they still are on edge. They still don't know if the narcissist love them. Still. And the narcissist, the more unsure you are, the more advantage they have. So they separate people and get you used to being separated. Get you used to the voice of your own mind. Get you used to the voice of reason. Don't give any challenge from an outside force that can challenge your thoughts to make you think a little bit deeper. All you have is your thoughts. All you are left with is your thoughts. And your thoughts is always going to come to reasoning. The Bible said that we cast down thoughts, imaginations, and reasoning that go against a higher principle of right, a higher principle that's going to be in your benefit, that's going to be for you. Your mind, you got to pull that down. Anything that diminishes you, your authentic self, anything that does not allude to your truth of who you are, who were you before they came. Many of you, you're better after the not. Why? You done learned stuff you never thought you would learn because you done went through stuff you never thought you would go through. You never thought a human can do that to another human emotionally. Come on here. They cannot do that to you emotionally, psychologically. Yes, they can. They would take your will and lock it up in prison, and you would find out you can't go any further than a narcissistic release. Where they release you is where you go because they have trapped you with separation. You don't even have anybody to go to. They want everything around you to die, and they will have you to kill relationship. You argue with people, they're going to change. They're not going to always be that way. I believe God, they're going to change. I'm praying for them. You can pray all you want to. God didn't give them to you because God knew their core was rotten, and being rotten from the core, he knew that you was going to go through all kind of mental, psychologically, some of you spiritual choices, because some of your narcs are warlocks and witches. I mean, they doing every kind of spell they can do, and you get caught up in a greater measure. And some of you are saying, I saw the demon, I saw their face transform. But then you got in the bed, got out of the bed. What did they tell you? That wasn't me. And what did you do? You were right. And so there's nobody for you to call, nobody to reason with you, because the whole principle was divide them from everything that can protect them, everything that can challenge them, everything that can bring reconstruction to their mind, thoughts to their mind. Let's separate them. Let's separate them from their family. Let's separate them from people on their job. Let's make the people that is around them always seem like they're attacking them. And then when it don't work and you love the narcissist will lie, whisper some in your ear and tell you your friend is flirting, tell you your friend has attacked you. And you believe that. You believe that because you think the narcissists have no reason to lie, especially the covert. The overt narcissist is just out there. You know where they are. You don't ever have to wonder. But the covert narcissist is malicious. They are conniving. They are subtle. And they seem like they're so kind. And they are evil to the core. They're evil to the core. So jealousy, and they make sure, and some of them, that jealousy don't go to friends. That jealousy goes over to how you look. The narcissist is jealous because you're beautiful. Well, if the narcissist don't think they are as beautiful as you, what do the narcissists do? Attack your image. Attack. You got to look at what they're attacking. What they're attacking is what challenges them. What they're attacking is what is competing with them. You don't have it in your mind. They have it in their mind. And they make it very, very difficult. You think you're beautiful. You think you're God's gift to the world. Well, you're not beautiful. I think that you're malicious. I think that you're off track. I think that you're crazy. Look at that you have on. That don't even look right. It don't even show your shape right. And you look at that thing is just bamming. It's bamming from the inside out. Everywhere you go, people are looking and people are complimenting. That's what he will attack. He will attack your beauty, because a narcissist that is a male, and I mean he is a heterosexual male, will be jealous of you as a woman. And then if you got a bisexual narcissist, well, he wants your femininity. He wants it when he wants the feminine part of himself. And then when he wants the male part, he's jealous because he's not getting the attention. So a lot of times a narcissist would choose their trophy, or they would choose their garbage. And what happened is all garbage, but in looks, because sometimes the narcissist would choose beneath them so he won't have to ever compete with them. But then he got on the side another supply when he need to have a specimen that's going to give him a trophy, that's going to lift him up. And sometimes you've actually seen narcissists. You are beautiful, knockout, gorgeous, educated, going somewhere. The narcissist is with a street hood. They're not going anywhere, and they look like somebody mopped their face instead of using the mop. And you're looking at them saying, what is this? And he loves them. He don't love them. He uses them. He uses them against you, because he tell you everything that they are, you're not. And you're looking at that person saying, what? And now you don't even do your hair the same. You used to do your hair, and they now got you wearing your hair. You 35 and you got you wearing your hair like you 80 years old. They got you wearing old homely clothes because they're jealous. They're jealous, and they're dividing you. And one day you just wake up and you see something and you put some on and you see how different you look. But when you're afraid of losing the narcissist, you will always look less than what you are. You will always buy less than what you want, and you will always get less than what you deserve, because the narcissist is going to make sure that you cannot compete against with them. And whatever you do, they are on top. The narcissist has to be on top. Watch it when the narcissists come in. The mask is going to fall off. When the mask fall off, that's when you have your decision of what you're going to do. If you go to the rule of continuum, expect more worse to happen, because that's all can happen. As you venture into the depth of the relationship, more and more sacrifice is going to be used from you, because we got to divide through jealousy, and we got to conquer. We got to make sure you never know who you are. We got to make sure that your strength is in the strength of the narcissist. And then just when you are getting away, the narcissist come, love bomb you. Here we go again. we're going to do a teaching, and it's going to be the circus, because the narcissist will take you to a circus and even give you a free ticket. And then when you looked up, you didn't know you were the participant instead of the observer. The narcissist divide and conquer. Watch when you lose everything, your family, your friends. Then they don't want you on Facebook. They don't want you on YouTube. They don't want you on Instagram. They don't want you on none of the podcasts. They don't acknowledge. They're jealous of the information you get. If you're a reader, if you're an advocate reader, they will stop you from reading. They will always have some kind of situation, even if they occupy your time and keep that occupancy up for 21 days, and they get you in the habit of not reading, then you start reading less and less and less and less. And now you're growing less and less and less. The narcissist knows what they're doing. Remember, when jealousy comes in and it's to divide and conquer, you're getting ready to lose your surroundings. You're getting ready to lose your environment. Protect your environment, protect your surrounding, because everything downloads into an environment that can affect everything, that can portray, that can release everything. Your environment becomes your partnership. It works with you. Watch what the enemy destroys. And the enemy can be the narcissist. Watch what they destroy. Watch what they eliminate. And then watch what they gain. Everything they tell you to give up, they gain it for themselves. And that submits to them. The narcissist can be very, very low down and very evil and very manipulative. Know that. So when you start giving up things, when you start losing good friends, you may be in the strategy of divide and conquer. Fight back. Keep friends. Your family is a good family. Keep your family open just in case you may need them. And it may come a time that you may need them. Amen. All right. I appreciate being with you as always. It is an honor and a privilege to be with you. I count this as one of the highlights of my life. Amen. Those of you who are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like and share the page. You will be blessed and they will be blessed. And I look forward to seeing you on our next video. God bless.